Live from the John Clark Stadium in Plano, this is Graduation 2021 for Plano East Senior High School, home of the Panthers.
Good afternoon, East Side. It's so good to see you again. And it's good to be dry. I'm George King, principal of Plano East Senior High. Before we begin our 2021 commencement exercises, I have a few announcements. First, I want to remind you that our Plano East graduation is being webcast live and available on WFAA.com. The ceremony video will be available in 1 week on pisd.edu and the Plano ISD YouTube page. Graduates may pick up their diplomas beginning Monday, June 7 at Plano East. After Monday afternoon, they can receive their diplomas anytime throughout the summer months in the registrar's office. Finally, I'd like to ask the assistance of all of our guests in conducting the ceremony in an atmosphere of dignity and respect. Many family members have traveled a long distance to celebrate with our graduates, and we want to make sure you can hear their names as they're called. Therefore, we ask that you please refrain from disruptive behavior. The use of air horns is prohibited, and those in violation will be escorted from the stadium. We thank you for your complete cooperation. The audience will please remain seated as we now begin the processional. And now the Plano East Faculty March.
Please stand and join in the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now Jada Lee, Senior Class President, will present her opening remarks. You may now please be seated.
Good afternoon, Plano East students, faculty, friends, and families. It is a great honor for me to welcome you all to the Plano East Senior High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. I would first like to extend a special thank you to my parents for being my biggest supporters from day one, and my siblings, Jana and Jake, for being one of the funniest and most wickedly honest people I've known. To the graduating class of 2021, congratulations. A student in my second period math class junior year, before every math test, would walk into class screaming at the top of his lungs, "Let's do this." Well, students, we did it. And not only that, we did it together, all 1,363 of us. To the students, we may not have had a one-on-one conversation with each individual in our graduating class, but there is a culture of familiarity and intimacy only found on Los Rios Boulevard. As simple as taking that math test, 1,363 seniors overcome trials and tribulations as one. What an outsider may see as just a huge number, I see as one family, one very extended family, with an incredible support system. Even with campus events restricted at limited capacity during COVID-19, We maintained our tight-knit family culture that Plano East is so well known for. The Friday night lights, the senior sunset, the selling out of choir pop show tickets. Similar to how not many schools can say they have a fake duck in the pond, not many can match the vibrancy, collaboration, and sense of family at the heart of the Plano East student body. Not even a global pandemic could change that. We owe that fact to not only ourselves, but also the administration, staff, our families, and each other. We are only a reflection of the people around us, so we owe a deep amount of gratitude to our support system that has granted each and every one of us the platform and autonomy to grow as individuals. Students, let's take a minute to recognize all individuals in attendance for you tonight, from parents, siblings, whether forced to come or not, relatives, teachers, mentors, and friends. Let's give them all a round of applause. These individuals form the foundation of the world we grew up in, a world that changed us in ways we would never expect. Our growth as students is manifested in the way we've given back to this world, through serving others. The past 4 years, interacting with not only our peers, but also organizations outside our bubble, has made us realize that in every school community, ours is no exception, there are students who struggle on a daily basis. How some struggle to finish school, how some are unable to financially support themselves, how some suffer from anxiety and depression, and many, many more. According to a famous quote by Lilo and Stitch, Oana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. More than simply academic achievement, students here today have made that choice to ensure that we start together and finish together. I've seen peers lift each other up when they were at their lowest point. I've seen track athletes come together and donate shoes for elementary PE students who could not afford their own. And I've seen students supporting students during COVID-19. 12 years ago, we sat at the elementary school playground and most notably put our full faith and trust in the power of the Pinky Promise. In retrospect, the Pinky Promise at that age involved extremely small matters. However, the symbolism behind it is of utmost importance. To be sitting here today, you all have proven to be vigilant leaders, clearly able to fight against any form of adversity. So students, let us make one last Pinky Promise. We will continue pushing on when we are on the verge of giving up. We will put ourselves in uncomfortable situations and grow as individuals. And lastly, we will embrace our Plano East family, love unconditionally, and serve ourselves, each other, and our communities for the rest of our lives. Let's do this. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Good afternoon, graduates, and welcome family members, special guests, and visitors to this long-awaited occasion, the Plano East Senior High School commencement exercises for the senior class of 2021. As we begin the graduation this afternoon, we'd like to introduce our special guests seated on the stage who will be presenting the diplomas later in the program. Sarah Bonzer, Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Teresa Williams, Chief Operating Officer. Randy McDowell, Chief Finance Officer. Dr. Katrina Hasley, Assistant Superintendent for Academic Services. Dr. Beth Brockman, Assistant Superintendent for Employee Services. Dr. Courtney Gober, Assistant Superintendent for Student, Family, and Community Services. Patrick Tanner, Assistant Superintendent for Technology Services. Leslie Rain Stanton, Executive Director for Communications, and Executive Directors for School Leadership and Innovation, Gloria Martinez and Bill McLaughlin. Also, we're very honored to have the members of the PISD Board of Education participating in our graduation. Jerry Chambers, Vice President, Dr. Heather Wang, Board Secretary, Nancy Humphrey, Angela Powell, Cody Weaver, and Dr. Lauren Tyra. I would also like to introduce some special guests we have seated on the stage: Sanja Pegram, Principal, and Valerie Van Winkle, Assistant Principal, both of the Gwynn Special Programs Center. On behalf of the senior class and all the students and staff at Plano East, we want to thank all these individuals for their tremendous support of all of our programs at Plano East Senior High. Now we'll continue our ceremony with addresses by our Salutatorian, Venu Pururi, and our Valedictorian, Sridhara Tirdala. Please welcome our Salutatorian, Venu Pururi, to the lectern. Venu will be followed by Valedictorian Sridhara Tirdala.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am pleased to welcome our esteemed teachers, administrators, and family to celebrate the graduation of the 2021 Plano East Senior High School senior class. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to the organizers of this event. Coordinating a graduation ceremony at a new venue, no less, for one of the largest graduating classes in the nation amidst all that is going on and has gone on in the past year is nothing short of an incredible feat. Thanks to them, I feel so blessed to be here with you right now to celebrate this momentous milestone of a magnificent group of people. Today, I'd like to take the time to address something that we've all come to grow familiar with over the past few years, for better or worse: expectations. I feel like I'm uniquely qualified to speak with you on this topic. 2 years ago, my cousin was up at the podium giving his own salutatorian address on success. Seems like he was pretty good at that, right? And if that wasn't enough, my other cousin is sitting right behind me, practicing his own valedictory address discreetly, I'm sure. Pretty high-achieving family, right? But hey, that's the whole Plano East Panther family for you. Among us, we've got athletes, we've got scientists, historians, debaters, musicians, dancers, artists, scholars, cooks, programmers, and of course, let's not forget, students at one of the greatest high schools in the state and nation. Regardless, we've all been burdened by expectations, whether they be from teachers, coaches, peers, parents, and of course, ourselves. In whatever we do, we face the piercing pressure to perform. It almost seems like a fact of life that we will expect something of ourselves or that someone will do the expecting for us. Get an A on your next test, come to work on time, win at the big competition, turn on your videos and unmute your microphones, or give a halfway decent speech to thousands of people. We've all been there. And it's hard not to shy away from it all and want to crawl back into bed. Even as the sun sets on our senior year, I cannot lie and say that the snarling and drooling, vicious expectations of tomorrow are not already waiting for us. And on that lovely note, I'd like to take a moment to briefly apologize. Sorry, seniors, I know that class has been over for more than a week now, but I'd like to give you all one final parting lesson, this time in ancient Greco-Roman mythology, specifically the demigod Hercules. Like many of us, Hercules had a very demanding mother, except his was Hera, queen of the gods. Skipping past some less than PG-rated details, Hera turned him crazy, and he was forced to complete the so-called 12 labors to atone for his sins. And I might be a little crazy, but that sounds a little bit like the 12 long years of grade school that we all just completed. And of course, kindergarten. With each task, Hercules met mounting opposition that he was expected to overcome. To slay an impervious lion, to steal man-eating horses, and to capture the three-headed dog that guarded the underworld. He never asked for any of it. It was simply what the gods decreed. But just as Hercules finished his tasks, I remind you that graduating high school is nothing short of our own Herculean feat. As our lives play out, we will seemingly meet many insurmountable roadblocks. But as Panthers, we are made of more. We are talented, we are strong, and we do not give up easily. In the past year alone, we faced down a once-in-a-100-year level pandemic and stand stronger than ever before. But even after that, many of us have no idea where the rest of our lives will take us. Hercules certainly didn't. But we can make the conscious decision to stop our expectations from preventing us from reaching our full potential. Our standards should never serve as our limiters. We set goals and expectations, but we should use them as encouragement rather than reasons to become disheartened. And don't be afraid to fail too. Take it from the guy who died from his own poisoned arrows. Hercules suffered disappointments and had his fair share of bad days too. What we should learn from him is that the weight of our expectations is what we set them to be. So that way we should be careful to not let our expectations be our downfall. If we think of them as nothing more than plans for the future, then going off course isn't something to be frowned on, but a source of pride for our ability to improvise, adapt, and overcome. And considering the torrential downpour from yesterday and the sweltering Texas sun today, I'm confident that we're all going to be okay. So, as lamentable as it is that we will no longer be driving down the speed limit at Los Rios, we should be looking forward to tomorrow, for it'll be ripe with opportunity for us to seize and also to create. But for all of us, regardless of our expectations, I expect, in a gentle way of course, that we will do amazing things from here on out. Thank you, Plano East, class of 2021.
Good afternoon, Panthers. Before I begin my speech, I would like to express my gratitude to several individuals without whom we would not be here today. To the Plano East administration, thank you for everything you do to make this school great and the care you have for all the students. To the teachers we've had these past 13 years, thank you for your wisdom, your sacrifice, and your perseverance. Though your compensation may not reflect it, society cannot run with you guys. Without you guys. And finally, to our family and parents, thank you for giving us life, for giving us unmeasurable compassion, and for giving us endless support and guidance through every step of life. Amma, Nana, I love you guys so much. Today I stand before you guys as the Plano East Valedictorian for the class of 2021. I still remember 3.5 years ago when I realized I could achieve this title. Several sleepless and stressful nights later, and here I am now, at this podium, giving a 5-minute speech as valedictorian to the graduating class that is meant to reflect over the past 4 years and give some advice to you guys. In my 9th grade mind, when I envisioned myself achieving valedictorian, I pictured myself jumping out of my chair, screaming and ecstatic. However, when I was notified that I was valedictorian a few weeks ago, my reaction surprised me. Don't get me wrong, I was very honored and privileged that I had earned this title, but I wasn't as joyous as I expected to be. Eventually, these mixed feelings manifested into an underlying doubt that burdened me and caused even more sleepless nights. I asked myself, were these 4 years of hard work worth it? Were they worth it for a title, a plaque, and a 5-minute speech that, frankly, most of us, myself included, will forget in a day or two? After long hours of contemplation and reflection and staring at the ceiling in my bed, I came to a conclusion. Yes, all that hard work was indeed worth it, but not for the original reason of prestige that I had given myself back in 9th grade. Rather, these 4 years of hard work were worth it for 2 reasons. 1, because I genuinely enjoyed the hard work. While I dreaded and despised waking up early after long hours of studying past midnight, I enjoyed learning. I enjoyed learning new concepts, exploring new ideas, and doing with friends and supportive teachers. Second reason why this journey was worth it was because at the end of these 4 years, I'm now equipped with new skills and experiences that I can implement to make a positive impact on my society and my world. These 4 years of hard work were not worth it for this medal that says Valedictorian. These 4 years of hard work were not worth it for the speech that I'm giving right now. These 4 years of hard work were not worth it for all the congratulatory messages I received from friends and family. Rather, these 4 years of hard work were worth it because I enjoyed the work and gained valuable skills and experiences from it. Now, I recognize that academics is not for everyone. We each are blessed with our own set of talents, skills, and experiences. And we each are good at some things and not so good at other things. I, for one, am horrible at art. I was that one guy in class who took their piece of paper and pressed it onto the computer screen and would trace their drawing. No matter how simple that drawing was, I had to trace it, even if that drawing was a single circle. So clearly art is not my forte. But some of you in the crowd may become the next Picasso, and some of you may become the next Hall of Fame athlete or world-renowned musician. Nevertheless, regardless of what you desire to pursue, hard work is present in every single discipline. And the best way to get the most fulfillment out of your work is to firstly enjoy it, and secondly, use what you gain from it to help others. Any accolades, awards, or recognition you may receive will eventually be forgotten. What is permanent is our actions, impact, and ultimately how we see ourselves. In 10 years, when we think back to our high school experience, we won't remember each other by our titles or ranks. We won't remember who was valedictorian or salutatorian or class president. Instead, we will remember each other by our personalities and our character. We'll remember each other by our goofy jokes, our embarrassing moments, our kindness and compassion, and our mutual memories. Even now, as I reminisce about high school, I fail to remember what grade I got on this project or that test, or how I did in this competition or that tournament. Instead, I remember filming in the back of the school in the creek for a humanities project and getting my jeans muddied. I remember driving down Los Rios to Light Walk or Dania's to grab lunch with my friends. I remember walking around the pond with my friends countless times. I remember going to Africa in the blistering cold and thinking, wow, this is like Antarctica. I remember conducting NHS service projects in the cafeteria with good friends and teachers. I remember attending football games at Kimbrough and cheering in the jungle. And most importantly, I remember all the new people I met across these past 4 years. So, graduates, if there's one piece of advice I can give you, it is to find the discipline you are passionate about. Whether it's an academic subject, whether it's a sport, whether it's art, or whether it's something no one has discovered before, find it and work hard and never worry about the results. Focus on enjoying your work and making meaningful relations with people. Identify your strengths and never be afraid of the strength of others or your own weaknesses. Be confident and stand on what you believe. And if you do all these things, I guarantee you that success and happiness will automatically follow. Thank you and congratulations to all the graduates.
Thank you, graduates, for those excellent addresses. Before conferring the degrees, I want to thank all the members of the Plano East faculty and staff who are here this afternoon to celebrate with our graduates and assist with graduation. For all of our seniors who participated in our prom on Friday night, thanks, I had fun. And you know, that's not something you hear every year from a high school principal. On behalf of the Plano East teachers and administration in attendance at prom, we were reminded how much we miss seeing you and what outstanding young people you are and young adults you are becoming. I also want to offer praise to this graduating class who, in the face of adversity this year, through the loss of the traditional school setting, You have demonstrated great resilience, and you're an uplifting example of uncommon bravery. Your adaptability and pioneering spirit through such changes as asynchronous and synchronous learning, A and B cohorts, at home and face-to-face learning, Edgenuity and Google Classroom, and other technology phraseologies too numerous to mention. But through it all, you've accomplished great things. Allow me to share. Please stand and remain standing if you placed first in the state of Texas in the 400-meter freestyle UIL swim contest. There you go. Please stand and remain standing if you placed second in the state UIL golf tournament. Please stand and remain standing if you received a commission or enlisted in the armed services of the United States. Please stand and remain standing if you competed in the state science fair or qualified for any of the several national or international science competitions. Please stand and remain standing if you qualified for the state history fair competition. Please stand and remain standing if you qualified for the state competition in speech and debate. Please stand and remain standing if you competed as a member of the academic decathlon team that placed second in the entire state of Texas. Please stand and remain standing if you were the national champion in digital media production. Please stand and remain standing if you qualified for the all-region or all-state band, choir, or orchestra competitions. Please stand and remain standing if you qualified for the state visual arts competition. Please stand and remain standing if you are named one of our 24 National Merit finalists. And please stand and remain standing if you qualified for the state or national health occupation student competition. And please stand and remain standing if you are a graduate of the most brave and resilient senior class in Plano East history, the graduating class of 2021. Stand and remain standing. So please remain standing, graduates, because there's one more worthy candidate for applause, and that is to the family members seated here before us, sweltering in this sun, who have been the wind beneath the wings of our graduates. Class of 2021 graduates, let's give our families a standing ovation. You may be seated. And as principal of Plano East, I cannot let this moment pass without sharing a few thoughts about what you should remember once you leave this arena today. Remember to ask yourself with each decision you make, is this something my mother would approve? Remember to listen. It is the most important part of communication. Remember that the only place where success comes before sweat is in the dictionary. And remember the rich diversity of humans that you experienced at Plano East. Continue to embrace people different than yourselves, because that's what will make this world a better place. And always remember the pride of being East Side. And so, Superintendent Bonzer, Board of Trustees, ladies and gentlemen, as principal of Plano East Senior High, I am pleased to announce that the students seated before you have met all course and local requirements for the high school graduation as prescribed by the Plano Independent School Board of Education and the Texas Education Agency. I now declare each graduate worthy of the high school diploma from Plano East Senior High. Introducing our graduates this afternoon will be Plano East faculty members, Ms. Kara Marquez, Director of Guidance, Mr. Rhett Carter, Social Studies teacher. Students will be assisted onto the stage by our associate principals, Mr. Rob Epler and Ms. Sheila Daniels. Leading their section of graduates to the stage and assisting them from the stage will be our 4 sub-school principals, Ms. Clarissa Moreno, Ms. Stacy Flake, Mr. Brandon Johnson, and Mr. Roland Rios. Ms. Marquez and Mr. Carter, please prepare to introduce our graduates. Mr. Epler and Ms. Daniels, would you come forward to assist the graduates across the stage? At this time, I'd like to ask the first and second row of graduates to please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas.
Well, you might. Then you just hand it to me. Take the card. I know who she is. Josh. Got it. Rob. Yeah.
That way.
Here, just be careful, don't you? Rob. Gotcha. You ready? Shridata Vinay Tirdala. Venu Madhav Porrudi. Hannah Rhodes.
Joshua Nelson Kadia. Lydia Isabel Williams.
Jada Jiashi Lee.
Catherine Foe.
Rachel Josephine Harvey.
Kelsey Peyton Kierleber.
Elizabeth Dacina Trong.
Olivia McCoy.
Kajal Patel.
Ashley Tao Doe.
Julia Marie Hoke.
Kayla Tran.
Angelique Nicole Silva.
Jude Abbasi.
Melinda Hohan Lee.
Sarah Al Shamari.
Charles Ebo.
Arnav Alawalia.
Reshver Cooper Ungi.
Omar Al Sayed Ahmad.
Robert Weiss Wertink.
Haleen Ahmed.
Samson Mesfin Abraham.
Hannah Aliyah Abraham.
Timaj Abdullah Abu Bakr.
Jose David Abrego.
Zain Mazen Adareme.
Dana Khaled Abu Dawood.
Cassandra Acevedo Cortez.
Hamza Hani Abushar.
Sophie Estelle Acuna.
Jesse Lopez Acosta.
Abeboswe Peter Adesola.
Evan Wesley Adami.
Abdul Ahad Adhi.
Danish Karam Adnan.
Aryan Agarwal.
Humsa Muhammad Afzal.
Barrett Maxwell Agnew.
Rissa Agazed Tabrizi.
Sarah Agarani Farhani.
Eric Alexander Aguilar.
Arman Asif Ahmed.
Jennifer Alexandra Aguilar Ortiz.
Omer Salim Akbar.
Helena Catherine Alor.
Dina Al-Jabari.
Hadil Al-Zubi.
Mahmoud Rateb Al-Samadi.
Jana Hussam Alakbar.
Sajeda Al-Tani.
Rico Ray Alaniz.
Alam Rami Mohammed Albasi.
Ibuku Ulua Alusa.
Esra Nasir Almarti.
Anthony Alexander Alexeyan.
Firas Masood Alam.
Farah Al-Hakim.
Samir Alapati.
Jasmine Odalis Alonso.
Marcos Antonio Alcantar.
Nathan Alexander Alvi.
Bryce Edward Alexander.
Allah Mohammed Al-Zarad.
Erin Elizabeth Allison.
Benjamin Paul Amsden.
Efren Ivan Alonso.
Alex Keely Marie Anderson.
Yaritza Yaharia Alvarez.
Brendan Matthew Engel.
Anai Guadalupe Alviso.
Faisal Anis.
Leah Emmanuel.
Annette Aradias.
Aditi Anan.
Dolores Monserrat Aravello Reyes.
Ricardo Juan Angeles.
Bayron Leovardo Argueta.
Onyiichi Anakur.
Sophie Noel Arnston.
Natalie Danielle Anspa.
Giovanni Ariola Ruano.
Aaron Isabel Pedragoza.
Eric Arroyo.
Ahmad Maji Aref.
Xander Cade Arvizu.
Gladys Argeo.
David Daniel Asham.
Haley Armstrong.
Andrew Joseph Atkins.
Erica Arguin.
Thomas Wynn Augustino.
Kiera Arrowwood.
Monica Avendano.
Fiza Arshad.
Chinoyelam Asubogu.
Emmanuel Quadwo Asare.
Malak Ahmed Bader.
Naomi Ayanefi.
Jorge Armando Badillo.
Katie Grace Atmakur.
Benjamin Nathaniel Baker Livingston.
Shirley Yareli Avalos.
Takorian Latrell Ballantyne.
Maya Nicole Ayers.
Eunice Baltazar.
Trenton Jazani Babers.
Leisha Andrea Barjas Mendez.
Shrikara Badriarganian.
Gabriel Marcus Barnes.
Yemisi Achodigadame Shirin Badmus.
Davis Andrew Barr.
Jason Balbuena.
Angela Samantha Barrientos Rijalva.
Suchit Bauersing.
Charles Cava Barch.
Kyle Lawrence Banks.
Jeremiah Bradley Allen Bates.
Priya Bopna.
Bertha Mia Bazbaz.
Michael Anthony Barboza.
Liberty May Beavers Curtis.
Carla Denise Barrera Interbide.
Madison Jennifer Beach.
Christopher Joshua Barrientos.
Malek Belor.
Julia Grace C. Barch.
Thomas Dean Bennett.
Jayona Lata Beasley.
Paige Elizabeth Bevel.
Brock Thomas Beckstein.
Syed Omar Bilal.
Aurora Yadira Bello.
Alexa Renee Bitar.
Layla Amal Ben Salam.
Corinne Elise Bitar.
Christian Bermudez Losa.
Madison Grace Blanchard.
Rohan Baradaj.
Mark Robert Shahan Blatzheim.
Avani Butte.
Shirley Nyaboki Bogonko.
Ethan Vishnu Biswas.
Anika Bokil.
Brianne Nicole Bider.
Sintu Reddy Bamanini.
Haley Black.
Anthony Philip Bonura III.
David William Bovey.
Saida Borjas Gardia.
Cameron Julian Bolds.
Alyssa Nicole Bottlinger.
Manya Bondada.
Caitlin Grace Boyd.
Matthew Pierre Bulos.
Divian Lamont Bradley.
Alexander Joseph Boyd.
Lester Azara Brown III.
Naja Zaria Bradley.
Caroline Kim Bowie.
Nikki Ryan Brown.
Leilani Lynn Butler.
Carla Budich.
Jose Fernando Cabrera Mejia.
Paige Kathleen Butler.
Morgan Rose Calabresi.
Jasmine Cabrera.
Sierra Elizabeth Callens.
Lainey Nicole Calabrese.
Anna Karen Camacho Zaraga.
Lisbeth Calderon.
Carmen Cano.
Jocelyn Irene Campos.
Nicholas Zane Cantu.
Jesus Yael Cano Ramirez.
Caitlin Hope Cardenas.
Peyton Mackenzie Caraway.
Mackenzie Jean Cardwell.
Zayla Marie Carbone.
Amy Vanessa Carrasco.
Anya Teresa Cardona.
Apollo John Casimatis.
Corey Jade Carr.
Catherine Castro Hernandez.
Gloria Castillo.
Ishani Nyona Chakrabarty.
Jennifer Ashley Castro.
Letitia Yi Yan Chen.
Megan Alice Caulfield.
Shatira Anaya Charles.
Malika Chahal.
Mayor Chaudhry.
Chloe Emma Chan.
Aaron Kumar Chauhan.
Zachary Chan.
Walters Kum Che.
Ryan Nguyen Chao.
Allison Jai Yi Chen.
Abdullah Chowdhury.
Raul Chillakupati.
Ad Chima.
Grace Jihei Chong.
Grace Elizabeth Cups.
Amani Nachita Chaudhry.
Emily Chen.
Jordan Faith Christensen.
Trevor Ray Childry.
Samita Mansurali Chunara.
Brandon Lee Henley Ching.
Alyssa Brooke Coker.
Mashrifa Rahman Chowdhury.
Stephen Kolunga.
Hayden Brent Christensen.
Brandon Cole Connor.
Cole Manning Christner.
Alan Stephen Correas.
Angel Gabriel Clemente Casas.
Sebastian Andres Correa Baptista.
Caitlin Jane Coker.
Juan Abelardo Cortez.
Jaime Gilberto Concha.
Harley Evan Cox.
Sydney Evelyn Connor.
Austin Taylor Craven.
Arisa Lane Cormia.
Trevor Alexander Kronk.
Kaylee Dawn Crabtree.
Ashley Vinay Cruz.
Layla Rochelle Crenshaw.
Flor Alondra Cruz Arieta.
Katie Joan LaFiere Cross.
Efrain Amir Kupu Castaneda.
Nicole Brooke Custer.
Carson Philip Daly.
Siraj Damurdarian.
Alicia Renee Daly.
Chi Allison Dow.
Hergween Daniel.
Unish Ahmet Duve.
Aaron Floyd Dalt Devitt.
Akanksha Deka.
Ethan Andrew Davenport.
Kaylee Celine Damarist.
Aiden Walker Davis.
Taya Janae Denson Jones.
Caden Jeffrey Davis.
Dayal Dillon.
Thomas Murphy Davison.
Cynthia Ana Non-Deep.
Ricardo Jr. De Leon.
Kienten Carey Doe.
Jennifer Delangel.
Megan Rita Dalbrot.
Darla Delosier.
Neha Dothenany.
Katrina DeWeese.
Austin Charles Dudley.
Olivia Madeline Deslin.
Victoria Tuong Vong Dong.
Artav Rajiv Dote.
Leslie Nicole Duran.
Cassandra Elizabeth Diaz.
Charles Seth Irwin.
Trey Benjamin Dickey.
Gallagher Escovedo Vela.
Alejandro Dima Flores.
Zachary Fernando Esquivel.
Tiffany Thu An Don.
Alexis Estrada Lopez.
Mark Dolt.
Jabri Amari Facian.
Gabrielle Simone Dooley.
Andrew Reed Fawcett.
Jack Duggar.
Brooks Calhoun Fawcett.
David Alexander Duran.
Simone Giselle Claudine Favroth.
Carol Marie Dyer.
Eliza Michelle Feather.
Aaron Jeremiah Earls.
Adriana Gabriela Felice.
Sophia Catherine Engelking.
Alejandra Fernandez.
Fatima Escamilla Santana.
Grace Fisher.
Alexis Mia Estevan.
Alejandro Flores.
Addison Wesley Eubanks.
Cameron Noel Flores.
Alexander Glenn Erie.
Isabel Antoinette Flores.
Sarah DeWitt Fennell.
Georgia Gwen Forster.
Katie Fay.
Georgia Gwen Forster.
Thomas O'Neill Feemster Jr.
Correde Mark Foloronzo.
Noah Gregory Fell.
Brighton Tyler Fort.
Melissa Ferreria.
Lanya Jasmine Foy.
Samantha Lillian Majing Furman.
Brianna Frias.
Brecklin Mackenzie Flanagan.
Jacobius Rashawn Funches.
Brenny Vanessa Flores.
Naomi Abigail Gamadia.
Daniel Flores.
Richa Deepak Gandhi.
Jacob Fonseca.
Leanne Katie Gannon.
Romeo Alexander Fonseca Perez.
Caleb Alexander Garcia.
Jordan Ciara Ford.
Mario Daniel Garcia.
Jacob Robert Foster.
Nicole Garcia.
Amber Rose Frescas.
Suhey Garcia.
Olga Frias Quintero.
Jose Angel Garcia Jr.
Joseph Timothy Fung.
Caden Charles Gardner.
Eric Will Futrell.
Brianna Elise Garner.
Ashwini Ganesh.
Gabriela Michelle Garcia Mejia.
Rohan Siddharth Ganta.
Taylor Cynthia G.
Ginger Garcia.
Ibrahim Hitcham Garas.
Lisbeth Mohansarat Garcia.
Allison Nicole Gilbert.
Samantha Atrisi Garcia.
Tatiana Tainley Gong.
Ariane Isabel Garcia.
Emily Gonzalez.
Ashlyn Lane Gardner.
Denise Sofia Gonzalez Nunez.
Kanish Garg.
Stephanie Gonzalez Garcia.
Davy McKenna Gathicha.
Kara Ann Gocher.
Aliyah Demirovona Gazizova.
Andrea Granados.
Sai Sridha Devi Gisala.
Georgianne Greathouse.
Jesse Hannah Gerhart.
Haven Ivory Griffith.
Ramsey Elaine Ghanim.
Damian Dwayne Gunnels.
Amrit Kaur Gill.
Edilberto Gutierrez Santana.
Isha Hidesh Gandalia.
Jonathan V. Huo Ha.
Josue Osiel Gonzaga.
Lulia Hateb.
Edgar Javier Gonzalez.
Michael Andrew Hamill.
Manrique Gonzalez.
Taylor Nicole Hanson.
Nathan Richard Gregory.
Aya Adolrahman Hassan Hashem.
Joseph Griffith,
Christian Kendall Hayes.
Sachi Gulati,
Katie Marie Heeman.
Justin Mitchell Guthrie,
David Alexander Hernandez.
Matthew Guyot,
Jose Manuel Hernandez.
Emily Hake,
Samantha Michelle Hernandez.
Brooke Lynn Hackfeld,
Brooke Yvonne Essie.
Terrence Hardison II,
Omar Hillway.
Caitlin Nicole Hathaway,
Roman Archer Hinton.
Dylan Paul Hayden,
Pascal Ho.
Colin Haynes,
Alan Luis Hernandez.
Jordan Hesser,
Chloe Jacqueline Hogberg.
Alec Riley Hernandez,
Elizabeth Marie Holcomb.
Angel de Jesus Hernandez,
Melody Hong.
Esmeralda Hernandez,
Noah Lauren Hua.
Eduardo Hernandez Solis,
Leonardo Huerta.
Sophie Renee Heston,
Adam Humphreys.
Samuel Ray Hillgartner,
Jacob Charles Hunn.
Megan Heinlein,
Tyler Amon Hunter.
Anna Josephine Hippelhauser,
William Colin Hurley.
Justin Lee Heisel,
Tien Nam Nguyen.
Caitlin Tien Hong,
Isaiah Keishun Hyman.
Tiffany Tivon Huang,
Julianne Marie Idichandi.
Paloma Demetrio,
Ikenna Azubikwe Igwe.
Brett Allen Holloway,
Rachel Infante.
Macy Catherine Hoover,
Adam Mason Ishbib.
Emira Sama Hossein,
Bader Ishbib.
Nicholas Siu Huang,
Safala Iyer.
Brooke Marie Humphrey,
Heaven Lachey Jackson.
Kana Hung,
Arjun Atul Jagada.
Mir Akbar Hussein,
Shazleen Jane.
Tao Jia Huynh,
Masa Jalad.
Tiffany Abigail Huang,
Cameron Kyle Jesse James.
Alana Hussenai,
Jacelyn Diane Jameson.
Ryan Ikram,
Catherine Danielle Jarrett.
Ubad Jawad Isa,
Jacob Jennings.
Alina Mazen Ishbib,
Darren Zhang.
Amy Christine Jackson,
Sonia Nadir Shah Giovanni.
Charlotte Lassiter Jackson Sears,
Aubrey Elise Johnson.
Arpita Jane,
Connor Brian Johnson.
Prania Siona Giacomsetti,
Kate Olivia Johnson.
Christina Ann James,
Dylan Joseph.
Kevin James,
Miguel Angel Juarez.
Travis Landry Jasper,
Joshua Palio.
Neela Taylor Schwinney Giaprira,
Harris Mohammed Kalam.
Andrea Jimenez,
Isabella Rose Camara.
Anna Emily Johansson,
Philip Kang.
Campbell Aiden Johnson.
Olivia Brooke Kaplan.
Connor Wesley Johnson.
Tista Dilip Kasargod.
Sanjeev Jason Johnson.
Jasandeep Kaur.
Landon Daniel Jones.
Paul Jack Curtis II.
Jose Saul Juarez Lara.
Megan Diane Key.
Ryan Mohammed Ishmael.
Muhammad Anan Khan.
Diraj Kamasetti.
Daniel Kalilovidid.
Avinash Reddy Kari.
Ibrahim Nadim Khan.
Kristen Ann Katai.
Zara Khan.
Amiri Rashawn Kennedy.
Faith Ray Kiefert.
Kevin Cole Kester.
Renner Charles Killian.
Afan Ahmed Khan.
Ryan Thomas King.
Ibrahim Khan.
Natalie Elena Kling.
Zaki Ahmed Khan.
Ethan Arnold Kohlberg.
Mohammed Zarar Kehiji.
Stephen Robert Kudzendorf.
Sophia Vidan Q.
Emma Renee Kavitz.
Kelly Lauren King.
Roberto Labrada Dominguez.
Riley James Kleinschmidt.
Emily Lai.
Hannah Joy Klug.
Alyssa Marie Lambusis.
Manav Koladia.
Janavi Lanka.
Liam Vishwat Couch.
Lizeth Laeta.
Landry Ruth Crodel.
Brandon Viet Lee.
Maya Rachel Kurian.
Jamie Lee.
Catherine Nicole Kaviz.
Tanner Tan Lee.
Rima Laik.
Jasmine Vanessa Lemus.
Odell S. Lamb.
Ethan Dui Fong Lee Nguyen.
Santiago Lara.
Rulon Tyrell Lewis.
Savannah Star Lamance.
Naya Rianne Lindsay.
Grace Ann Lee.
Catalina Guadalupe Lira Tonche.
Nikki Amber Lee.
Ashley Lee Liu.
Andrew David Leach.
Michaela Faith Livingston.
Joseph Junhee Lee.
Annette Jocelyn Yanis.
Vanessa Lemus.
Lily Marie Logan.
Josue Daniel Leonardo.
Alexa Lopez.
Natalie Marie Lipe.
Emmanuel Lopez.
Alice Liu.
Darlin Guillemette Lopez Hernandez.
Jocelyn Ting Liu.
Henry Lopez.
Tanya Brooke Livingston.
Ryan Chong Lee Liu.
Daniela Adele Locke.
Michelle Loza Andalalbo.
Emily Lynn Long.
Divya Madhu.
Carlos Federico Lopez.
Luke David Maestas.
Henry Alejandro Lopez Ramirez.
Anthony James Mainville.
Michael Edward Love.
Daniel Alexander Maldonado.
John David LeBeau Jr.
Marco Maldonado.
Aiden Ben Lee.
Manish Kumar Malik.
Luke Maiden.
Jamal Adeen Mohammed Mansour.
Rashawn Mahajan.
Marshall Lawrence Moranto.
Yahya Mahamud.
Jonathan Kofi Marfo.
Daniel Malesweski.
Micaiah Damaris Martin.
Pratyush Malik.
Emmanuel Martinez.
Isabel Natasha Menjegwa.
Filza Marzouk.
Preston Chara Mao.
Hannah Maria Matthew.
Angela Renee Marentes.
Nathan Sebastian Mari.
James Allen Marshall.
Joshua Mayhew.
Diana Christina Martinez.
Evan Curtis McClendon.
Jean Wanjeri Mathinge.
Jackson Ross McCrae.
Ellie Christine McBride.
Kashayla Janice McGowan.
Sydney Noel McLean.
Jordan Elizabeth Meyer.
Adrian Grace McCrary.
Caitlin Ann Milton.
Michaela Adriana McIntyre McDaniel.
Chandler Jake Mendenhall.
Yahir Medina.
Christopher Mendez Cervantes.
Anthony Blake Neal.
Jesus Mendoza.
Jason Antonio Mendez.
Arnold Menendez.
Karen Abigail Mendez.
Jacob Mensa.
Oswaldo Mendiola Castanon.
Guadalupe Migueles.
Megan Menendez.
Caitlin Miller.
Edwin Mendoza.
Sydney Michelle Miller.
David Simon Mingale.
Julia Catherine Mills.
Joey Allen Merriweather.
Nithya Mirle.
Yilef B. Masay.
Sandeep Swarup Mishra.
Chloe Marie Miller.
Sneha Mital.
Haven Reese Miller.
Gibran Mohammed.
Kayla Deshay Miller.
Sana Azam Muadin.
Davion Latre Milligan.
Kayla Eileen Molina.
James Mitchell.
Caroline Grace Montgomery.
Akrish Raj Mittal.
Jocelyn Isabel Morales.
Mohammed Yusuf Modi.
Christopher Jesus Moreno.
Mohammed Bilal Feroz Mohammed.
Johnny Ray Morin.
Safa Assam Muhyiddin.
Jaron Biju Malangan.
Diego Cesar Molina.
Aliza Manuar.
Rachel Gail Moore.
Megan Murioki.
Miguel Angel Morales Rodriguez.
Kayla Nicole Music.
Darius Malik Morrison.
Navia Mutha.
Nafisa Hiba Muhammad.
Matthew Joseph Knob.
Ganan Sujit Muhanthan.
Logan Wayne Narcisse.
Sowu Caleb Moon.
Austin Cole Nation.
Daniel Morillo Supebeda.
Zane Navid.
Dorothy Opal Murph.
Anastasia Neely.
Asil Mustafa.
Datney V. Nguyen.
Tyler Justin Miles.
Ivy Fong Nguyen.
Nietzsche Nagpal.
Julie Tram Nguyen.
Yasan Ali Nasif.
Michael N. Nguyen.
Kavia J. Natason.
Tyson Nguyen.
Jaden Christopher Nava.
Aman Syed Nasir.
Daniel N.
Logan Lee Nguyen.
Zoe New.
Eric Charles Nickerson.
Dylan Wynn.
Samamvita Nukala.
Ethan Kang Wynn.
Jasmine Nekakala Obia.
Jessica Wynn.
Aaron D'Alexander Ochoa.
Kevin Wynn.
Caleb Ryan O'Connor.
Con Walk Wynn.
Asa Aldugeni.
Leanne V. Wynn.
Lena Ahmad Omer.
Quinn Eve Wynn.
Melinda Ordonez.
Sydney Quintrang Wynn.
Michelle Orozco.
Tina Tran Wynn.
Chidera Favor Osondu.
Joshua David Turner Nichols.
Antonio de Jesus Padilla.
Nanditha Niranjan.
Yahir Padilla.
Kendall Lewis Nadami.
Yasmin Ariana Palmer.
Dylan Michael Norris.
Alan Paredes.
Mariana Ocampo Miranda.
Benjamin Yangun Park.
Michael Brandon Ochoa.
Rohit Devendra Pakar.
Chisholm Sandra Ofamata.
Isaiah Dion Parker.
Jorge Luis Olvera.
Callie Pate.
Jose Alberto Ortega Rayo.
Devki Bhavan Patel.
Nyla Page Owens.
Isha Bhavesh Patel.
Freddie Pacheco Martinez.
Shalini Patel.
Atuya Shura.
Milan Patton.
Samir Parameshwar.
Kiona Trenyents Alexis Paysinger.
Kevin Giovanni Paredes.
Jasmine Guadalupe Pacina.
Ali Shayan Parvizana.
Sanjana Pemaraju.
Dia Patel.
Jesse Peng.
Nadil Devendra Patel.
Maya Amari Peoples.
Pujan Kalpesh Patel.
Emma Lopez.
Shuhani Devang Patel.
Jody Hong Nook Pham.
Liam George Patterson.
Amanda Hong Fan.
Felicia Nicole Payne.
Benjamin Reed Pierce.
Fernando Jose Paz Fernandez.
Carla Patricia Pineda.
Leslie Pedroza Ramirez.
Clark Elizabeth Pipkin.
Yasmin Lachey Pin.
Siddharth Manish Pokal.
Leslie Jeanette Peria Davia.
Madeline Jeanette Polamuru.
Christian James Pazulis.
Connor Alexander Portman.
Andrew Fan.
Giovanni Potter.
Samantha Pillai.
Isaac Prado,
Laura Sophia Pinto,
Joseph Florentino Barroquillo Prudencio,
Alexa Madison Pivnik,
Hamza Abdul Kadir,
Elena Elaine Platt,
Bilal Abrar Kwai,
Aisha Pulani,
Joshua Nelson Kandia,
Jonathan William Porter,
Adina Atif Qureshi,
Roy Zechariah Powell,
Garrett Ray,
Alexander Beck Prindle,
Ashraf Rahman,
Vivian Cristina Puentes,
Erwin Ramirez,
Mohammed Assad Quadri,
Shruti Rajamani,
Kayla Menalia Hiroko Kano,
Adam Tarek Ramadan,
Kayla Menielia Hiroko Kuno,
Varshini Gowri Ramesh,
Sohebi Kurashi,
Astatia Ramolia,
Jose Luis Radia,
Gabriela Ramirez Clemente,
Sophia Ara Rahim,
Katia Yunus Rangel,
Neelish Raj,
Kendra Brooks Reddy,
Prasanna Rashpandri,
Nolan Parker Record,
Haifa Osama Mustafa Ramadan,
Rithan Bottom Reddy,
America Miriam Ramirez,
Isabella Claire Regillian,
Elena Marie Rangel,
Andrew Ian Remick,
Shafila Rayo,
Amy Reyes,
Adil Mansour Razak,
Mildred Reyes,
Stephen Ernesto Recinos Menjivar,
Adriana Reyes Soto,
Kendrick Amari Redmond,
Kenneth Andrew Ruiz,
Catherine Elizabeth Reese,
Mason Alexander Rickles,
Susmitha Ranjinath,
Lisbeth Rios Sanchez,
Caleb Reyes,
Alexander Manuel Rivera,
Reina Esmeralda Reyes Hernandez,
Larry Dwayne Robertson Jr.,
Emma Grace Richard,
Ana Carolina Rodriguez,
Emma Kayleen Riley,
Austin Sebastian Rodriguez,
Emily Rennie Ritchie,
John Angel Rodriguez,
William Alberto Rivera,
Ruby Isabel Rodriguez,
Raid Rizwan,
Zachary Rogers,
Salvador Rocha Hernandez,
Ashley Romero,
Ana Gabriela Rodriguez,
Jesus Francisco Romero,
Ivani Sarai Rodriguez,
Mary Joan Jamie Ebersol Ronquillo,
Lisandro Rodriguez,
Madison Kaylee Ross,
Danny Rodriguez Pineda,
Claire Francis Rouse,
Renee Michael Rogers,
Jacob Roy,
Catherine Gabriela Romero,
Brady Andrew Rupert,
Antonio Romo Jr.
Jaden Pierce Ryan.
Josephine Rosas.
Rodella Sadat.
Dylan James Rubul.
Hassan Saeed.
Douglas Keith Rowland II.
Nofal Sajad.
Seth Ryan Rosnowski.
Halima Salami.
Ashley Ruiz Reyes.
Daniela Talita Salazar.
Jackson Dean Sabi.
Tizak Salazar.
Luis Alejandro Samco.
Gerald Giovanni Salazar Lopez.
Maroli Salas Delator.
Daniela Sanchez.
Gael Salazar.
Joshua Marati Sanchez.
Ulisar Odili Salas.
Stephen Sanchez.
Daisy Salinas.
Miriam Sanchez Huerta.
Merced Trinidad Sanchez.
Carla Sanchez Molina.
Sheila Leilani Sanchez.
Leslie Santana.
Bernie Elizabeth Sanchez Hernandez.
Yvonne Lizeth Santabanas.
Alexander Noel Sanchez Maldonado.
Ruli Uriel Santos.
Jasmine Sanchez Valencia.
Kevin Eduardo Sarmiento.
Abigail Santibanez Labrada.
Victoria Lucille Schultz.
Janelle Sarabia Lopez.
Larion Brioni Scott.
Nathaniel Khalid Satisfield.
Idalesio Giovanni Secudino Molina.
Jorge Ivan Saucedo.
Adrienne Lizette Sereno.
Avery Elizabeth Ann Shell.
Ronak Parag Shah.
Connor Noble Scott.
Angel Divine Shamba.
Ethan Riley Seconder.
Advit Sharma.
Mahiwat Ililta Siyum.
Neil Sharma.
Gibran Shaw.
Colton Allen Shaw.
Nadaline Loai Shalabi.
Alexander Lee Shin.
Mohammed Rahim Sharif.
Sharanya Shinvani.
Nikolai Eugene Rora.
Aman Lal Shrestha.
Madhu Sharma.
Rida Siddiqui.
Brooke Elizabeth Shaw.
Sean Paul Sierra.
Michaela Marie Shaw.
Alazar Desta Saleshi.
Daniel Connor Shepard.
Maricity Silviero.
Aisha Sharif.
Rachel Elizabeth Sims.
Caitlin Elise Shipley.
Umangi Singh.
Rayon Siddiqui.
Brisa Nicole Smith.
Amanit Sidhu.
Jared Niall Dylan Smith.
Caleb Jordan Bernal Silva.
Ellie Kristen Soderberg.
Holly Drew Simpson.
Tremaine Lamont Sorrells Jr.
Brock Logan Smith.
Noah Robert Spencer.
Devin Smith.
Rohan David Springer.
Keegan Taylor Smith.
Connor Leo Stack.
Eduardo Solis.
Ashley Janae Stanton.
Giovanni Andres Soto.
Jaylee Madeline Steele.
Trevor Daniel Spencer.
Christian Michael Stegall.
Hari Srinivasan.
Hayden Michael Stricker.
Austin Lamar Stanton.
Dolores Paola Suarez.
Mackenzie Grace Steffens.
Emily Shea Sullivan.
Kyle Austin Stevens.
Sana O. Syed.
Shania Kayla Street.
Emir Javier Tafran.
Ashwira Sukumar.
Jessica Elaine Tate.
Ishan Sultan.
Daryl Binghui Tan.
Catherine Ta.
Hagen Miles Tatarski.
Brendan Claude Tadeha.
Chloe T.
Siyar Taha.
Philman T. Tessafason.
Jacqueline Rochelle Terrazas.
Austin Alexander Tush.
Abigail Tesfai.
Hannah Alice Thomas.
Avarat Unurag Takor.
Kyle Anthony Thomas.
Isaiah Abraham Thomas.
Sandhya Miriam Thomas.
Leanne Thomas.
Caitlin Toe.
Kevin Sothia Ten.
Brianna Renee Toon.
Caitlin Bautran Tanu.
William Antonio Torres.
Temo Francisco Torres.
Davina Chow Tran.
Andrew Wynn Tran.
Darian Marisol Trejo Torres.
Emily Thuy An Tran.
Chase Tryon.
Kenny Tran.
Carly Ann Tucker.
Ryan Wakwi Tran.
Jillian Fate Turner.
Teresa Tu Huang Tran Tran.
Udo.
Renee Trejo.
Daniel Emiliano Iribe Olivas.
Lauren Van Trin.
Eric Alexander Valdez.
Megan Tu.
Gloria Larissa Valles.
Cole Anthony Tumbanello.
Pranav Bharadaj Varanasi.
Sarah Nicole Turner.
Crystal Varona.
Uraj Udanti.
Amy Vasquez Rosales.
Alejandro Urbani.
Mauricio Vastida.
Abraham Reddy Valisamgari.
Rishab Vimparla.
Sophia Luis Van Sickle.
Vanessa Villalobos.
Angel Ulises Vargas.
Catherine Heidi Vieta.
Jennifer Esperanza Vargas.
Armando Villegas Villanueva.
Janessa Vasquez.
Divyarda Shini Visoadnadadan.
Banafashe Vazire.
Allison Vo.
Carlos Vasquez.
Deep Vo.
Mark Antonio Velasquez Lopez.
Hillary Vo.
Kenyon Alante Vidalis.
Dalen Lamar Voss.
Adrian Ramon Villalba.
Alex Tai Vu.
Allison Valeda.
Anaya Delight Walker.
Laisha Rochelle Vieda.
Christopher Walter Jr.
Juan Antonio Vivero.
Nicole Jiaxing Wang.
Brian Hugh Vo.
Gersimranjit K. Warach.
Hannah Vo.
Jackson Thomas Ward.
Josiah Noctruck Vo.
Haley Nicole Washington.
Ian Marcus Vredevogue.
Ashley Amber Waters.
T. Bongwa Wangja.
Nicole Melina Weaver.
Grace Elizabeth Ward.
Michaela Ray Welch.
Landry Elizabeth Warner.
Brendan West.
Colin Anthony Waterhouse.
Devin Anthony Williams.
Lauren Paige Watts.
Lauren Renee Williams.
Braden Anthony Weber.
Tamara Janae Williams.
Tiffany Emily Wheat.
Samantha Dallas Willis.
Mohammed Hamza Weldingwala.
Brandon Mackey Winston.
Patrick Harrison Wheelis.
Richard Zawei Wong.
Collis Wayman Whitfield.
Enya Woolaman.
Denali Nasir Williams.
Laura Renee Yates.
Elijah Michael Williams.
Molly Ofe Yepes.
Nikaya Chelsea Williams.
Michal Zaman.
Gerard Stephen Williams Jr.
Antonio Kang Zaragoza.
Christian Wolfsamayat.
Leslie Giselle Savala.
Noah Ming An Huang.
William Zhang.
Cameron Lee Wood.
Kaylee Miriam Elizabeth Zimmerman.
Michael Scott Wright.
You? Thank you for all your help.
Samuel Aaron Yanelli. Mansoor Yawar. Morgan Diane Young. Juan Carlos Zarabia Sarabia. Nyla Alexandre Zarag. Victoria Lee Ann Zadek. Christian Daniel Zimmerman. Samir Iqbal Bura. Wendy Giselle Sanchez. Stacy Naeli Alvarado.
Congratulations, 2021 graduates. We will now We will now designate our graduate status by the symbolic moving of our tassels. Next, Student Senate President Lydia Williams will present our closing remarks. Following her remarks, the senior class officers, senators, salutatorian, valedictorian will lead us all in our alma mater. Graduates may then toss their caps in celebration. Graduates, you'll then remain standing for the recessional. Again, congratulations to all the graduates. Please welcome Lydia Williams to the lectern.
To Plano ISD leadership and the Board of Trustees, Mr. King and the Plano East administration, faculty, and staff, to parents, family, and friends, and the class of 2021, good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lydia Williams, and I am the president of Plano East Student Senate. On behalf of Senate, it is my privilege to personally congratulate the Plano East Senior High School graduating class of 2021. Four years ago, on the first day of freshman year, our high school adventure began with us all gazing up at the sun in protective gear to witness the historic solar eclipse. And though our pathways began separately, only 2 years later, we found ourselves wandering around the halls at Plano East. And right as we made new friends and forged new bonds, history struck again. However, as a class, we completed junior year with diligence. We came face to face with a new learning environment. We kept warm when the entire state of Texas froze over. We earned college acceptances during the most competitive admissions cycle on record, and we have now graduated high school, all during a global pandemic. Give yourselves a round of applause. As the aspirational Gen Z, many of us grew up with lofty goals and looked up to various men and women who are laying the groundwork for our future. But we still have many lessons to learn before we can fill their shoes. As Senate President, I have a few challenges for you that I hope will aid you in pursuit of those goals. My first challenge is one that you are already familiar with. Derived from our school motto, I want you to embrace losing with class. At Plano East, we are taught every day how to win and pursue success, which is great, but my time here has taught me that winning is meaningless without knowing what it means to lose. And success without failure goes unappreciated. I say this from experience. Freshman year, I tried out for the McMillan Dazzlers drill team. And even though I was confident in who I was as a dancer, I didn't make it. So I became a manager and prepared for the next round of tryouts, the Plano East Golden Girls. I took prep classes and strengthened myself for auditions, and guess what? I still didn't make it. A week later, I had knee surgery and was in physical therapy for 6 months. But I continued to train and serve as a manager. And when tryouts for my senior year came around, I was quite literally sick to my stomach. But after 3 years of managing and serving, I had finally made the team. This experience is perfectly encompassed in the words of Winston Churchill. He said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." I believe that the key is being courageous enough to fail. Ignore the doubt, hate, and naysayers of the world, and embrace the risk that comes with trying new things. With that, comes my second challenge. I hope that you allow yourself to get lost. Don't succumb to the drool of a daily routine. You'll find yourself losing passion, motivation, and dedication. We live in a world full of wonder, beauty, and magic. And I challenge everyone to constantly remind yourselves of the expansive beauty that we inhabit. Take time to appreciate the sunrise and stare in awe at the trees. Plug in headphones and cherish every musical note. Try a food you've never had. Go see a movie that makes you laugh. Plan adventures and dare to explore. These passions are what makes life so great. Having a spark, something to make you pause and reflect on the masterpiece of a world that we live in. This is essential to having fulfillment in life. While embracing failure and reveling in the beauty of our world is important, my last challenge is what I need you to remember. I challenge you to be open to change. If the past 4 years have taught us anything, it is that change will come. While we are all taught that our future is up to us, believe it or not, there's a pathway already paved out for us. This pathway may be long and hard, but it is built uniquely for each and every one of us. The change that happens in our lives is intentional, and it is meant to prepare us for whatever obstacles we may face. The late President John F. Kennedy said, "Change is the law of life, and those who only look to the past or the present are certain to miss the future." I agree with Kennedy's logic. Being malleable to the unexpected changes in our plans is the only way we move forward and arrive at our futures. Thank you for allowing me to speak with you all today. It has truly been an honor. To my fellow graduates, lose with class, get lost, and adapt to change. Best of luck and congratulations to the class of 2021. Will Student Senate and the senior class officers please come up to lead us in Alma Mater?